Previously on Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play, we used the Queen Charge Miner strategy to collect Dark Elixir for another Queen upgrade. Today, let's check out the army that dominated a tournament and won 1,000 gems live. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 25 of the Town Hall 10 Free-to-Play series. This is a progression series where I play through all the daily struggles of Town Hall 10 and track down some of the most relatable content for you guys to try out on your Town Hall 10 journey. Now, in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the army that dominated the Town Hall 10 Friendly Challenge Tournament, but first, we have another hero upgrade that we need to do right now. By now, you should have already completed the hero hunting event that took place this past weekend. As a matter of fact, we got like a day and 14 hours, so by the time you watch this video, you're going to have about 14 hours to complete this event, so I hope you get this done because free hero books, who doesn't like free hero books? I mean, I know I do. So we did get that done, we've claimed our book, but you know what also goes really well with a hero book? A Rune of Dark Elixir. So back in episode 15, if I remember correctly, we claimed a Rune of Dark Elixir from the clan games, and you'll notice that our Barbarian King is awake again, so he is up to level 32, and I am committed to get these heroes to level 40. It's going to happen one way or another. Now, we did claim the Dark Elixir, I went out and did a little bit of raiding, we've gotten back up to 104 Dark Elixir, that way we can do this right here. We're going to click the button, we're going to put him down to level 33. We're going to use that book that we just claimed and bring him back. That leaves us with exactly 728 Dark Elixir. That's as low as I can get it. I don't know about you guys, but that's possibly the lowest that I've ever gotten it. And that gives us the chance to do this right here. We're going to use this Rune of Dark Elixir and send our Dark Elixir back up to 200,000. That way we can put this Barbarian King back down yet again for 112 Dark Elixir to level 34. Now the Queen is also currently under upgrade and she has 3 days remaining until she hits level 34. We're kind of just doing both of them at the same time and trying to keep these guys down as quickly as possible. It takes a lot of work, just so you know. If you're not aware of this and you're trying to hustle that Dark Elixir, it takes a lot of work. You'll also notice that our Inferno Tower is back down. We have another Inferno Tower going to max level 3, and we still have another, 44 minutes on that cannon that we put down the other day, and then we'll obviously be putting down another cannon. We have one builder available, though. Let's go ahead and put on another trap. So we're kind of dual wielding here. We're doing traps and we're doing defenses at the same time, so I'm anticipating about another month here, but we'll see how it works out. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on from our base progression, and we're going to take a look at the army that won it all. We saw this army 3 times in the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and in the final attack from the same attacker, the Queen Charge Baby Dragon. Oh yeah, Baby Dragon's coming in hot. This army was absolutely phenomenal in the Town Hall 10 Friendly Challenge Tournament. Now, what the heck is a Friendly Challenge Tournament? It's a tournament system that we created a couple of years ago. I came up with this idea back in like 2017, and we put them back together. We're starting to run them again. We did a Town Hall 9 one already. We did a Town Hall 10 with no siege machines, of course, and we might be planning another one in the upcoming future, possibly with siege machines, not entirely sure. It's a really easy concept, side-by-side attacking. A bracket is formed, players face off against each other head-to-head. They post their defensive bases, and they only get 2 minutes to scout that base, and they go in and attack that base for a live audience. Now, here's the thing about it. What I really and truly love about these tournaments is that it's really based on the player and how well they can adapt under pressure. Seriously, under pressure. They know that they're on a live stream, and they know that they are performing for an audience. And the biggest difference between this Clan War and trophy pushing is that trophy pushing you only get 30 seconds to scout, and Clan War you have 24 hours to scout, so it really shows the true skill of the player. So we'll definitely be doing some of those in the upcoming future, and I'll add information about those at the end of the video. Now, here's the thing about this army. It is not a spam attack. It is not easy. You have to be a very good Queen Charger, and you don't necessarily spam the baby dragons in. You have to place them surgically throughout the attack and kind of avoid those air defenses. That's what the Queen Charge is for. So we're going to walk through this first replay, which was a 3-star attack, and it was absolutely amazing. I did capture it live on the stream. It was phenomenal. Now we're going to see the Queen dropped over on the far left side of the screen. We're going to start doing a little bit of funneling over here. So you got the one baby dragon placed, and the one baby dragon is used to move this Queen towards the right side of the base. You'll also notice that there's another baby dragon on the top side of the base to eliminate the town hall just in case there was a fail, and we don't want to necessarily have a 1-star in the live tournament. That just wouldn't work out very well for a successful successful attack. So baby dragon's clearing out multiple buildings. This queen is starting to work her way towards the right, and you're going to see a baby dragon placed on the far right side of the screen, also clearing out high hit point elixir collectors. There's no archer tower coverage here, and there's no air defense coverage here. Now you'll notice that there were 4 earthquake spells placed to open up an entry point for the queen to go inside the base, with the barbarian king placed off to her immediate right to also clear out buildings and funnel her inside the base. Now we have clan castle troops that have been pulled. Remember, this was a Town Hall 10 only event, so there were no electro dragons. We do have a lava hound and a balloon, and the point of this is to really slow the queen down and eliminate and take away some time from our attackers. So that queen's dealing with those pups right now. There's another baby dragon placed off to the right, and you have to be really good at timing this thing and being able to drop those baby dragons in the right places to eliminate buildings and force this queen where you want her to go. And that's exactly what this attacker did. So the queen took down 1 air defense, she's taking out a 2nd air defense, and she's having to deal with an air sweeper at the same time. The rage spells are going to be used to keep this queen alive and keep her maneuvering through the base. Baby dragon off to her right, clearing out an archer tower, also drawing the fire from an expo, which helps her out dramatically, and she will eliminate that expo while the baby dragon takes down a wizard tower. Now on the back end, you're going to notice that there were some hidden Teslas that populated, and so we have a lava hound, and it looks like 3 groups of about 2 balloons each going in on these defenses, and there's going to be a haste spell used here to clear out these buildings and help this queen out, really speeding up the process and also picking up those seeking air mines for the baby dragons. So balloons are going to take care of those hidden Teslas, as well as assisting with this Inferno Tower. There's a single target Inferno Tower that this queen is going to have to deal with. So they do some damage to it when they die with the splash damage, and that queen is going to eliminate that Inferno Tower and then move on deeper into the base, dealing with an air sweeper, dealing with an air defense, and also taking down an expo while there's baby dragons on the outsides of the base. And this is where time comes into play, and the attacker using those baby dragons in a surgical manner to eliminate exterior buildings to help this queen out. That way she clears the inside and the baby dragons clear the outside, and that's exactly what's happening here. Now you'll notice that there is 1 air defense still remaining, and there's also a barbarian king sitting next to this Inferno Tower. He is placed there as a distraction. That way the single target can be successful with eliminating whatever comes in range of it. Now you'll notice that it is distracted on archers that came from the queen when her ability was used, but this is all that was left. The queen was successful with getting rid of that final Inferno Tower, and this was the reaction. Baby dragon's gonna get the... Oh, come on, queenie. Come on, queen. Oh, come on. Can we see the first 3-star of the night? We saw the first 3-star of the night, baby. There it is. There it is. Zeski with the first 3-star of the night. Outstanding. Well played. Well played. Outstanding work. Dirt 33, 62% 2-star, but we already know who's going to the semifinals off of that one. So you got to see a 3-star attack with that strategy. It can be done on the right basis. Now, this attack was a 91% 2-star, and here's the kicker. This was the final attack in the tournament, so a ton of pressure knowing that the other attacker is attacking literally at the same time, so very similar to Builder's Hall. And so we have this base that is completely different from the previous replay. And we have a town hall that's on the exterior. And you're going to notice that we come in on this side of the base with the Barb King. Also with the baby dragon on the town hall as well. So we got to make sure that we secure the 2-star just to be safe. He had to play it safe. And he did very well because his opposing attacker was having some issues of his own. So the queen is working her way off to the right of that king. The king's ability was to get him away from that queen. That way those healers did not get pulled off the queen and go after the king and help him out. That's just one of those techniques that you have to be able to understand on the fly. It's really on the fly. So this queen is having to deal with skeleton trap as well as an expo and another expo. And there's also going to be baby dragon and a balloon dropped off to the immediate right. Now you will notice that in this replay we have the same exact army. There's no real changes to the army. We have the lava hound in the clan castle. We also have the balloons in the composition, but this queen is the main focus, and she's working her way through multiple defenses as well as having to deal with an air sweeper. So those rage spells are going to be what keeps her alive while the baby dragon and balloons are dropped into this hidden Tesla farm location to try to help her out and get her to go inside the base. Very technical attack here, very technical. Queen is going to eliminate a gold storage, and then she's going to cut inside after eliminating that hidden Tesla. And this works out perfectly because now she's going to go after the Wizard Tower as well as the Expo and have to deal with the enemy clan castle troops. Baby Dragon is brought on the outside to eliminate the hidden Tesla. That way she does not cut on the outside. She's getting distracted by multiple things. So on the defense, we have a very decent defensive base here trying to slow this attack down, and he does a phenomenal job with it. We have goblins coming out of the clan castle. That's very unusual for a lot of players out there. You might not see goblins, but they are a major distraction for the queen walk and will slow her down and hold her up for a long time. She's having to deal with a baby dragon right now, and looks like we are out of rage spells. So it looks like a lot of rage spells were used to maneuver this queen. So this is not necessarily the best style base to do a queen walk on because you waste your rage spells so early in the attack. Lava Hound coming in, balloons sneaking in. We got a haste spell that's going to launch those balloons up into these defenses, get rid of, looks like the final air defense, but we have an Inferno Tower set to multi-target, which is going to ultimately roast those balloons as well as the Archer Queen still being alive. Queen's ability will be used here momentarily to get rid of these skeleton traps, but also have to deal with that enemy queen. And I'm not entirely sure if this queen goes down. Does she go down? Yes, she does. So enemy queen will go down, but again, too much time was spent on the queen charge, and regardless, I cannot discredit this attacker. Phenomenal maneuvering of a queen charge. I mean, come on, guys. Like, not a lot of players can do this stuff. This is outstanding work. But Baby Dragon's coming in around the backside, dealing with some additional percentage, getting rid of a few additional buildings, getting rid of some wizard towers, archer towers, and we will run out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up. That way you can see the army for yourself. If you want to try it for trophy pushing, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for clan war unless you are an expert queen walker. So we're going to finish up this video with the 3-star that launched Warrior into the finals. And you guys should be very familiar with this army. This is the Falcon army, the Valkyries and Bowlers, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the terms. And so he's going against Kurt. This was an outstanding matchup because Kurt is also a very good attacker. We've shown multiple replays in the last couple of weeks from Kurt over in Built to War. And so the concept of this army is to get your Valkyries and Bowlers inside the base to basically gut out the cores of the base. And Baby Dragon, Wizards are placed to kind of guide this queen a little bit. We got queen, we got healers, you got a Barb King on the top side of the base with a few wizards to clear out some buildings. And the concept here is to do, like I said before, Valkyries, Bowlers inside the base, and don't leave anything on the outside. That way those Valkyries go exactly where you want them to go. So that King's ability is going to be used to eliminate these exterior buildings, and you'll notice that the Valkyries were placed. Queen is having to deal with the enemy Barbarian King, and there will be a rage spell placed where the Valkyries went, and they kind of went outside, they went inside. The Bowlers are going to join them. There's going to be a heal spell placed for these troops, and they're going to move through, deal with the enemy clan castle troops while the Barb King dies and the Queen is on the exterior of the base. Now, one of the things about this army that I don't personally like is that the Bowlers are kind of squishy. They're a weaker troop. I mean, they're incredibly powerful, don't get me wrong, but they don't have a lot of hit points. And when they find giant bombs or they find multiple defenses, they get killed off really fast. So the Hogs come in on the backside of this base and basically pick up buildings that the Bowlers and Valkyries skipped, like the Inferno Tower and the Hidden Tesla in that upper compartment. And the Hogs are going to go deal with some defenses on the far right side of the base while the Queen sweeps around the bottom side of the base. So the Bowlers and Valks, they did their job. They cleared out a bulk of the core of this base and got everything out of there. All the defenses are gone. And so the only thing that has to be dealt with here is the Queen, and she's going to work her way up through the top side. Looks like we have one archer in the composition. So it's really a matter of patience and proper timing, but Warrior nailed it, absolutely nailed it. And we were kind of back and forth in the live stream on this one, whether it was going to be a 3-star or not. We knew it was going to be a very solid attack, but we weren't sure if that town hall was going to go down. And it was really risky not having something there to deal with that town hall. But again, there was an archer tower right next to it. So that's something to think about when you're in the middle of an attack. And Warrior did an outstanding job of maneuvering this base and also securing the 3-star. So that Queen's going to take down that town hall, and we'll go ahead and speed it up. That way you can see the army for yourself. Again, this is a very popular army without the siege machines that you will see in clan war. Again, this is called the Falcon. Now, if you've made it to this part of the video, thank you so much. These were not the only strategies that we saw in this tournament, at least in the final phase. We saw Queen Charge Miners, we saw Queen Charge Hog Riders, we saw the Hog Rider Miner hybrid attack. So many amazing attacks. 70 participants in this event, guys. 70 signed up for this event. So if you are interested in events like this and you want to show your skill, make sure you join our Discord community server. Over 6,500 people strong and growing daily. And this is going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Turn on those notifications if you like watching us every single day. If you need any additional video support, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.